Thank you, Dustin Harris. You're a good man. Yeah, and unless something's changed in the NBA world, you beat the Hawks with toughness. So I don't really care whether Randall's playing or not. Apparently, Randall's been playing terrible, but you beat the Hawks with toughness. So I will go Knicks. Yeah, I like him with no Randall. I mean, what, you're going to put Obi Toppin in that place? I feel like that's still a good matchup. He's still tougher everywhere. You can play quickly a decent amount in the matchup. I'm riding Knicks. I'll learn something if not. I don't think the Hawks are like the softest team in the NBA to me. At least you got a tough Knicks team on the other side. You beat them with toughness. I'll take the toughness, see how it works out. I like in the NBA, my favorite spot in the NBA is overvaluing people out. Like that line yesterday shot like 7-8 points in the Heat's direction. I felt like that was a relatively easy win for the Sixers. So I just think they way overvalue that. Other people play up. Like everybody in the NBA is good, even people on the bench. It's just that we way overvalue people being out. Luke Morden, I don't know. I never endorse parlaying anything with everything. Thank you for answering that. Virginia, I understand. I think St. Bonnie's has a lot of matchup advantages. I just think against the pack line, I'd like to see more proven three-point shooting than 33%. Do I really trust Attaway and Holmes as shooters? No, not really. They're very streaky. Kyle Lofton's kind of streaky himself. They're kind of a streaky starting lineup. So for me to come out and trust them to hit a bunch of threes, I can't really do that. So, yeah, that's how my board's looking. Any last questions before we move on to Sweet 16? Anybody? We'll move on to Sweet 16 in a second. If we don't have any more questions about tonight. Marcus Hammond's transferring. Whoa. Where is Marcus Hammond transferring? Dude, most of this is personal stuff, by the way. By the way, Matt 121625, are you here? We got to go over NCAA. You are the winner on the NCAA tournament thing. In terms of the screenshotting, it got done on weird timing. My assistant fucked up. So she did it in the morning of the day the American tournament started. So I don't know. So honor system wise, Matt, if you put it in on time, if you put your American system in on time for the contest, you're the winner. You got 16. You're the winner. Who's my favorite rapper? Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi means a lot to me. He helped me through some dark-ass shit in my life. Probably a lot of people, but he helped me through some dark-ass shit in my life. What's your recommendation for live betting on getting the best line? I think I completely endorse live betting. You're giving up juice, but you're getting information. So anytime I have information, if you're giving me something, I'll give it up. That's why I like parlays. You're not giving me anything. You're just taking like 15, 20% from me, but you're not giving me anything. If you want to take some more juice from me, but you want to give me information, I will do that. Do you like poodling? I don't know what that is. That sounds like whatever it's called, like soaking or whatever, where Mormons just stick their dick in a girl and just like soak in it. That's what poodling sounds like to me, but I don't know what that is. How old am I? Mr. Poopy, I'm 32. Yes, I sell picks, but nobody can buy them. Unless you have 5 figures in cash that you want to drop off at my house like other people do. Other than that, no, you cannot buy them. Do you see Villanova practicing fundamentals? Made me love it. No, I didn't, but that's Jay Wright. Say Bonnie's +3. I don't personally want to be on it. I don't think they're winning. I can see them keeping it close. Same thing with the Vandy Xavier game. I think it's going to come down to the end. I think Xavier is going to make, without Paul Scruggs on the court screwing things up, I think they're going to make the plays they need to make. So I'm looking to live both Xavier and UVA. I think I'm going to get better prices on both than at current. Can you explain Xavier? I think if Paul Scruggs is on the court, the stupid mistakes he makes gives Vandy a decent enough guard edge. I don't think they have much. They have a decent edge. Colby Jones is good, and we're going to have a monster advantage inside. But Colby Jones is really good. I think we're underestimating how good Colby Jones is, and then the two big guys inside are just going to eat. If you take away 1 or 2 mistakes from all the last Xavier games or whatever, you have a pretty good team. Kie Clark is nasty. I agree, Dustin Harris. Kie Clark, Reese Beekman, I think are better winners, whatever. I'd rather bet on them. I think they're better 3-point shooters than whoever on St. Bonnie's. I don't care that they're going to have length issues to deal with. Are these free plays? I can't get into all of that crap, but Jake, how are you able to market the proper people to sell picks for that price? Because I'm proven, dude. I live here. Do you feel that's achievable without living in Vegas? I don't know. I just have a reputation because I do it. And I'm not outselling. I mean, just realistically, if you think about it, do you think people that are outselling their picks for $20 a day, do you think those people are successful bettors themselves? Because why would they be doing what they're doing? I'm looking long term. I'm trying to build a community and just help people. So whatever. I can't keep going down those rabbit holes. It drives me crazy listening to people just say trust me, take South Dakota State today. Because trust me. Okay. You're right, Jake. Carissa almost managed to lose that game for Zona. Yeah, I think all my personnel reads have been pretty on point. Carissa, Matt Bradley, James Akinjo. Personnel-wise, I think that's kind of my strength, I think. How do you get all your CBB info? I don't know. I've been betting for 20 years. It's just accumulated, I think. Poodling is love. Poodling for life. I don't know what that means. Yeah, exactly. It's not about picks. I'm just trying to help people with information. Like a lot of times my best pick that I sell to somebody will be in the lean section. I don't know. Honestly, dude, this is irrelevant because this channel only has a couple, like a month more. By the time baseball season comes, I'm selling my baseball season as bulk package. And I think this channel, I'm not good enough at marketing to make this all worth it relative to some things that came up in my personal life. So I am definitely hyped for MLB. I don't think I'm going to be around for it, but I'm definitely hyped. Yeah, of course, Mr. Poopy. That's awesome, man. That's all I'm trying to do is help some people. This is just my avenue for giving back. So enough of that. I don't want to talk about that stuff anymore. I'm going to flip the board and let's talk some Sweet 16. I feel like I'm wasting people's time, which is why you don't see advertisements. I don't want to waste anybody's time. All right. This is what I think I got so far. Okay. Although we can realistically probably pencil in Gonzaga because they're not going to let Arizona through, are they? No, they're probably just not going to let it happen. Okay. Okay. Whoa. This is crazy. Yes, I bet full time. This is my job, but I'm not good enough at the marketing side to make giving away so many picks worth it. I need a lot of money in the coming time. I had some personal stuff come up, and I just have to do it. Hey, Noah, I'm just trying to give information. I've never seen better. Hey, Aaron, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I've been doing this for 20 years, so if I don't have some decent information to help you out with, I need to go do something else. I need to spend my time differently. All right, Providence, Kansas is fraudulent. All right, so let's talk about this. All right, let me run through, and then, or we can do it like this first. So top bracket, I honestly think that Jalen Williams is an awesome matchup on Drew Timme if there's somebody that can guard him. But I truly believe that they're going to just saddle Jalen Williams with foul trouble, just like Paul Millsap versus Anthony Davis a couple years ago in the NBA playoffs. And they're just going to screw him over 5 minutes into the game. Gonzaga's getting through. I just think they're going to make it so. I also, if they don't make it so, Duke to advance through the West region is sitting at plus 525. That's good value, right? I don't know. Probably not, because they're going to be sizable dogs. They were 7-point dogs to Gonzaga the first time around, so it's probably still going to be like 5 or something. People are so irrationally high on the Zags. But I agree. The Zebras will take Williams out of the game. I absolutely agree, Mr. Poopy. The turnovers from Arkansas, that's kind of the one thing you can't do with Gonzaga is turn the ball over. Because I think the one thing, I don't think Gonzaga is a very good team, but the one thing I think they're good at is they are pretty deadly in transition. So just one way or another, unfortunately, I wanted to be on Arkansas so bad. I just don't think it gets done, unfortunately. Duke over Texas Tech, I'm just still in the exact same boat on the guard play. I think the refs got Texas Tech by Notre Dame. I think a lot of times they don't just take baskets off the board like, oh, we see you're about to make a layup, right, with the shot clock resetting bullshit. Oh, we'll actually take that off. Most of the time you just let the guy lay it in and figure it out. Whatever. they screwed. I think Notre Dame wins that game a very high percentage of the time. I don't think Texas Tech is good. I haven't really all season. We've taken them in some spots against teams we thought were like playing poorly at the time, like a Kansas or something. I don't trust Davian Warren and Adonis Arms at the end of the game. I know Arms hit a big 3 the other day, but I just still can't get there. So what are we thinking? Other thoughts about this region of the bracket? Let's see. NCAA will also end St. Peter's run. I do agree. I do agree with that probably. Do you think Zags are the best team left? I got them winning my bracket. It pained me to pick them. I don't think so, no. I think they're going to get fucked up by Arizona if they play them. But let's see. Arizona, that's what they want. They want Arizona versus Gonzaga. Like they're drooling for that. And then they'll take Duke as probably a second, but they're drooling for that. Arizona versus Houston is the real national championship game. Julio B, I just can't get that high on Houston. I will say the culture, everything is playing so much up. Shed's playing at a pretty high level right now. I think that makes that game a lot more winnable for them. I mean, we'll get to that in a second. That's a good matchup versus Houston. That's a great matchup for Houston, as good as it gets. If it was any less of a good matchup, I would have a huge Arizona play because I know how badly the NCAA wants them through. My God, does the NCAA want the marketable, brash Arizona Wildcats through, huh? They're so marketable and brash. Why wouldn't they want the St. Peter's story to continue? I don't necessarily. Yeah, I don't know why. That one, the St. Peter's thing, I just don't think – I think size, whatever, too much. And I forget how good a leader Travion Williams is sometimes when I shit on Purdue. Purdue is not winning anything. The St. Peter's story to end. I don't know about that. I don't know what that whole thing is. Pretend I didn't say anything about that. Providence plus 500 to win the region. I think you just get it better by just playing them twice. Because they're going to be basically a pick 'em next round. They're plus 300 right now. Can't you just play them in both situations? They would have to be like a minus 200 over whoever they play next. And if the market's lining Providence as like a -4 over fucking Richmond, I mean, you should be able to just play them consecutively and get a better price. Arkansas plays harder than any team in the country. It looks like they have 6 players on D. Yeah, if this was a straight-up game, I'd be on them, Jared M., but I'm not going to fall for this one this time. I'm on too many of those where I'm just sitting there like, what? But I picked the right side. If you want to take – I think Arkansas spread makes sense. Arkansas spread makes a lot of sense to me, but I can't. I'm not walking into that, and then once they foul out Jalen Williams in 15 minutes, I'm going to be like, oh, I never saw that one coming. I'm all over Duke over Tech. That's my second favorite play of the round. That would be my second favorite play of the round. I like that a lot. Yeah, I think the money line both times makes sense too. All right, so let's move on to the next round or the next part of the bracket. Doug Edert is the fucking GOAT. I love Doug Edert. He's got stones. All right. UNC UCLA is the matchup of the 2 best point guards in the country. We got Tiger Campbell on one side. We got RJ Davis, who's playing at an elite level on the other side. Now, where I went wrong with this UNC team was I didn't realize what a good coach Hubie Davis is in the current climate of sports. Now, I don't think Hubie Davis is a very good X's and O's coach, whatever. Luckily, he doesn't have to do much with this team because RJ Davis does everything. He has them like connected together, loving playing with each other. This UNC team you can see is really close. They've been through so much adversity in the last few years, like basically embarrassing that color jersey, having to deal with all the Roy Williams back end shit. I think they're really close. Yeah, Hubie is a player's coach, exactly, and that's exactly what this team needs, especially after the Roy Williams stuff. They're playing. I just think they're going to I think Baycott is the 2 options we have, either Cody Riley or Miles Johnson. You can usually guard a lot of people with those 2. Baycott fits exactly in between. That's a problem. I don't think like Manick is probably a little too tall for Hockett. Like offensively, you start to look who's really going to guard a Gimpy Juzang, who's really going to guard Caleb Love if he gets going. I think UNC just – a lot of times UCLA, like you watch them play and you watch Mick Cronin and Tiger Campbell working together to like diagnose whatever defense they're playing, then work out solutions. Then you see them start to go, get hot and start moving. I think they're going to be down by too much, and I don't think they're ever going to be able to like close the gap with how well UNC's offense is going to be playing. I just think the UNC's offense is too damn hot right now for this matchup. I know you theoretically like UCLA, just tons of guard edge, whatever. But yeah, I think UNC is too hot. They're too hot in my opinion right now. They're just too hot. And I think RJ Davis is also like arguably the best guard in the country. Like he's playing on a stupid level, absolutely stupid level. Okay. Miami is getting it run. Can they continue? All right, let's just go bracket by bracket. So let's keep it on this little section, on the Eastern section right now. Dude, shout out on Real versus Baylor. RJ Davis is a very, very high level basketball player. He is very, very good. Been watching him his whole career. I was so high on him when he got to UNC, and then all this shit's been going on. I just think Purdue, I have to look into it. If Drame can do a decent job on like Edey, because I said I think Nadefo is an okay matchup for Travion Williams if there is one. But then we just start to get to like the problem is there's no one to guard Jaden Ivey. Like there's just nobody to guard. Like maybe we can try the Rupert freshman, but we're basically going to have like a St. Peter's freshman guarding fucking Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey's playing reasonably well. That's the issue. For me, that's the issue. I don't know what the fuck we do in transition. I don't know what we do with Jaden Ivey. He's the problem. So unfortunately, I have to move Jaden Ivey probably on. I won't even write Purdue's whole name because I hate them so much. We'll just write Jaden Ivey. I don't respect any of their other guards enough to actually write their name. So I'll just write Ivey. Although I did like how Eric Hunter seems like he's taking a little more accountability of the team. This should be your team, young man, Mr. Hunter. So let's see it. Unfortunately, got to take Jaden Ivey. I'm not sure about UNC Purdue yet. Let's see what form looks like coming out of that one. I would take Duke over Gonzaga personally. So if I'm looking at that as we continue. Moving on. All right, let's just tilt this because I can't figure that out. Wait, so anybody, I like that. Ivy on fire. I agree with Ricky Tabasco. I completely fucking agree. So yeah, I Purdue should just manhandle them. Yeah, I think unfortunately this might be where talent runs out. It's just the Ivy spot because the other guard matchups actually aren't bad. I do think, defensively, they're going to lose Eder a bunch. I can definitely see St. Peter's making this a close game. It's just the Ivy thing is such a problem because it's just like, just get him downhill and the game just ends kind of, right? Every possession. Like, how are they ever going to stop them? Shouldn't have Kentucky done the same with who? Ty Washington? Not the same thing. Yeah, St. Peter's is awesome defensively too. They're like top 40 in the country defensively. It's not really the same thing though for Kentucky. It's like Ty Washington. It's not the same thing. But Kentucky's not poorly coached. I think we can't cheap shot Calipari here. I think they're limited. I think they're very limited this year, and maybe like our impressions of who like Kellen Grady and Savion Wheeler and stuff are. Like you look at Davidson, they instantly develop mental toughness as soon as Kellen Grady leaves. Maybe Coach Calipari just made some poor personnel decisions. Let's move on. Houston, Arizona. We thought that TCU was a terrible matchup for Arizona. We said it since doing our bracket breakdowns. It was. The rebounding is a problem. You force Arizona into being a jump shooting team for periods of time, and they have issues. Everyone's always going to take the other team over St. Peter's, but they're going to surprise the world again. Hey, I think Purdue stinks. I can see it. I just have a problem with the Ivy matchup. I need some type of answer. Like if I had more faith that Rupert wasn't a freshman, something like that, Gillis could do well. I could see Gillis doing well. Gillis is like a huge X factor for them, huh? Made some really good money on TCU spread. Happy for you, Peterson. That was a great matchup. Now, I think Houston's similar, right? Houston rebounds really, really well. I think they're a top 15 country in rebounding. This program kind of hangs its hat on rebounding. I think they out-rebounding the shit out of Illinois. They out-rebound everybody this season because they don't have very good shooters. Pretty poor offensively, right? That's the name of the game for Houston. Taze Moore does the best he can. Jamal Shed does the best he can. But, you've dropped a bunch of flies. Kyler Edwards, not really an offensive player. So it's called fate. Love her to Trish. I'll be rooting for St. Peter's. I'm a Jersey kid. Now, I just think in the Houston matchup, I think they're gonna make Arizona had it scared, so they will be ready. I don't know whether it's a matter of being ready or not being ready. I think they did the best they could. I think TCU had a bunch of matchup advantages in that game. If you can rebound really well, you turn Arizona into more of like a jump shooting team with their guards. The only one that can really kill you. Like, we know who Kirk Carissa is at this point. Carissa is like a net negative to me. I'm going to keep saying it over and over, and I'll just yell it from the rafters until like more people buy in. But he's a net negative. Kirk Carissa is net negative. Just Benny Mathurin might be like he's pretty NBA ready. He's pretty NBA ready. He's so strong, dude. Like, it's really hard to keep him from getting to where he wants to go. I think Mathurin is just so much like, I think that combined with like the refs helping Tommy Lloyd and co out just pushes Arizona past them. Cause I don't know who on Houston's going to score like enough points. Like normally I'd say like Fabian White, something like that. He's going to be really well defended in this matchup, and they're going to have like a bullseye on him. So I have to go Arizona, unfortunately. I think that line will probably continue to come down. People that are playing matchups like it, that is a Houston matchup through and through. What's up, Elvis? How are you, brother? Long time no see. Carissa plays zero defense is absolutely true. Who's the best recruit in the class? Not Carissa. Please tell me you're not saying Carissa. I'm going to throw up in my mouth. Kyler Edwards has the best games that he could probably have the first two games. Yeah, I like Kyler Edwards as like a winner. Like, he's recruited by Chris Beard. I know he has the character. It's just like actually scoring wise, like his 3-point shot, etc. I'm just like, I'm not afraid of that. Like, I'm not going to handicap off of that. Like, being like that is like, oh, Benny. Yeah, Benny is scary. Benny's upside is fuck you upside. He has fuck you upside because he's got that alpha in him. Like him and Dalen Terry. I think Dalen Terry needs to stay longer. I hope he doesn't go right out, which he probably will. Like, if you click, I was looking at Dalen Terry to see if he won a championship in high school or whatever. If you click on his page on the Arizona website, it's literally like an advertising thing for his agents. It's like, oh no, these are my agents. So I won't tell you anything about my past, but here's my agents. He's going to go to the NBA. I wish he'd stay another year and develop because he could turn in. I think Dalen Terry has some crazy high upside. If Moutier can hit threes and Williams stay out of foul trouble, does Arkansas have a chance? Yes. But the chances of Jalen Williams staying out of foul trouble is low. The other thing I will give, Timmy had a really good game against Memphis. He had a really, really good game. Houston versus Michigan is the matchup everyone wants, but it's not going to happen. Oh, I agree with that. That's definitely not going to happen. Michigan, I don't think they're going to have anything against playing Michigan. Villanova is disciplined enough to win, even if Michigan is helped by the officials. Shed is a good defender, but Mathurin will shit on him. They're just so much more physically talented. That's the problem, is that like you just run into physical limitations. So if like Mathurin's just trying to get to his spots, they're either going to call fouls or he is going to get to his spots, whatever it is. But that's where I run into issues. Memphis Gonzaga was a good game. It's too bad just one or two less turnovers. That's another issue I see with Arkansas is the turnovers. And like stupid JD Note plays. There's just too many stupid ones. So that's where I have issues. That is a good point. Milkman, I really like that point. Arizona is battle tested with their battles with UCLA. They will stomp all over Houston. They had to face adversity in that season series, and then even more adversity when they came back in the Pac-12 tournament at the end to win or whatever. They came back from however many down in the second half, had a battle that whole game. I absolutely agree with you, Milkman. I absolutely agree with you. And Jason Tatum isn't soft. He's the next Kobe, LOL. Jason Tatum is softer than fucking any Nemhard. Okay. He is so soft. I like how Iowa State is playing right now, bro. They're hitting their shots. I called for Gabe Kalsher last game. Where are my props on that, by the way? Calling that Gabe Kalsher as the big game against his former Big Ten team, and he drops a big game. I mean, if I deserve any props, that would be it. Not to toot my own horn, but that was pretty good. That was pretty good, man. That was pretty good. Okay. Villanova, Michigan. Obviously, we're going to have – I don't think Dixon, I don't think Samuels, those solutions don't work on Hunter Dickinson right here for me. I don't think any solutions work on Hunter Dickinson. He should be able to score, give you like 22 and up, 23 and up, 25 and up, something like that. Obviously, the consistent offense from Villanova, they have better guard play, whatever. I'm leading Michigan personally. I think Villanova stinks. I'm sorry. I still think they stink. They almost blew it to an Ohio State team that couldn't take their head out of their ass. They're not very – love Coach Sampson. He has his boys play. Coach Sampson is a top 3 coach in the country, Dustin Harris. I absolutely think that. What the fuck does poodling mean? Somebody tell me what poodling means. What does poodling mean? Extremely good call on Gabe. I told a buddy about it, but didn't give you the credit for it. On Gabe who? Oh, Kalsher. Thank you. Yes. I got him. I got that one. Juwan's adjustments at halftime have been the difference in both games so far. Love that, Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith's our resident Michigan guy. How do you feel, Jordan Smith? Gillespie going to get it done? I don't think Gillespie's the kind of guy that can will things to get them done. I don't think he's good enough. I think he needs to be on an absolute midget guard. Like if they played Tennessee or something. I don't think Eli Brooks. And I think Frankie Collins, we talked about this, but my neighbor's right across the way there. The married couple, the woman used to teach Frankie Collins and stuff. I think Frankie Collins, put him on Gillespie. I think there's all kinds of problems. Jermaine Samuels, how are you going to score? You're going to have Diabate on you. Eric Dixon, don't see you getting a ton done. Dickinson's been traveling out to the three-point line more and more, getting more comfortable in whatever space. I understand putting him in pick and rolls and stuff. Yes, I completely understand that. Get Dickinson in space. We have problems. I don't know, man. I just think the end of that Villanova-Ohio State game was alarming because Villanova was trying to give that game away and Ohio State just wouldn't take it. They just wouldn't take it. Who is the new LSU coach? Who's the new LSU coach? Interesting. Nova will take advantage of turnovers. I can see that, but I think also Eli Brooks is very underrated. Just given how sloppy guards have been this season, Eli Brooks is very underrated. A steady Eddie. I think Brooks is pretty underrated. He's played in a lot of big games. The Murray State coach, no kidding. Wow. Huh. They like a guy with some attitude down there. They like a guy who's not afraid to cuss at his players and slap them in the mouth a little bit, huh? The LSU AD is probably a fucking meth head. I bet you that guy smokes meth in his fucking office. The LSU AD. I don't know who he is, but let's see. Houston have a chip on their shoulder. People are still sleeping on him and they love it. Yeah, I wish they didn't have the NCAA up against them because I think Arizona is like arguably the most marketable team in the tournament. So I understand it's just like the system versus like you're going to have Frankie Collins out there for like 30 minutes in this game trying to run around and chase Gillespie like this. It should be set up for Villanova. I completely understand why everybody's on Villanova. Only reason Michigan won that game is because Jones went out at halftime. I agree, but we're not going to have Devontae Jones. No Devontae Jones is a good thing. It's a very good thing. So I know Villanova makes all the sense in the world. I honestly think they fucking stink at basketball. I'm sorry, this team stinks to me. When I watch Villanova, I'm like, you guys get by on other people stinking more. You stink. You're so talent deficient. I can't do it. So I'm going Michigan. I don't know whether I have the stones to take them, like to put money on them, but I have Michigan. If I have to take them, I'll take them. Jay Wright will have them ready. Jay Wright, Kelvin Sampson, maybe one or two others, best coaches in the country. I think you still stink. So Jay Wright, the one thing you got to think about, every time Jay Wright wins, he has NBA talent. Jay Wright has not won without NBA talent, okay? Name an NBA player on this team. Maybe Jermaine Samuels, maybe. I think he's like a very poor version of Sadiq Bey and Robinson Earl. I don't know whether Samuels actually definitely can, but yeah, I think he needs at least some NBA talent. I don't think he has enough here. I just don't think there's enough talent on this Villanova team. I think they stink. I really do. What Sampson does with borderline 3-star recruits is amazing. Yeah, he has a culture and he has a system and he takes no shit from anyone. The fact that he can coach as hard as he does and the players love him and respect him so much, that's what it's like the family atmosphere he has there. Like his daughter works for the team. His son works for the team as like an assistant. His daughter, I think, does all the media marketing or something like that. But it's a family operation. It's really tight knit. That's the kind of stuff that allow you to then coach your players hard and be like, you got to play really difficult defense. Chet Holmgren reminds me of Pat Beverly. That's fucking hilarious. I don't know. Somebody has to tell me what poodling means. Somebody fucking tell me. Name an NBA player on St. Peter's. I don't understand. But I'm just saying, in terms of Villanova, people buying in longer term on Villanova, I'm just saying it as a point. Nobody is going to stop Sabonis Jr. Who's Sabonis Jr.? Timmy? Oh, Sabonis Jr. is Dickinson. Oh, my bad. Yeah, that's got to be you're talking about, Elvis. Yeah, I think he's going to drop 25. There's something about the Frankie Collins X factor. Putting him on Colin Gillespie to me is huge. I think that kid is such an X factor, Frankie Collins. And then if you cut off the head of the snake, we have a very good opportunity to cut off the head of the snake here. You cut off the head of the snake, the whole fucking thing's over. It's over. It's just that's Villanova. You cut off the head of their snake, it's over. You see it against a lot of teams. You see the problems Creighton gave in terms of that. You just blank Gillespie a lot of things in for that team. I'll take it. Poodling needs to spend time doing things without a particular purpose or plan. Oh, I poodle a lot. So it's not just resting your penis in a girl's vagina and just keeping it there. Is that called soaking? What is that called then if it's not called poodling? I know. I almost did say Connor Gillespie. I know, Carson. The baseball's creeping in. I was looking at all the trades yesterday. I almost had a heart attack, the amount of people that have moved. I'm like, damn, I have a lot of like rejiggering of lineups in my head to do. I was dabbling in the NBA again. Yes, Chad, I am starting to dabble, getting ready. We only have like 10 games till the playoffs. I like betting NBA playoffs. There's a lot of edges in NBA playoffs. If Michigan can get their three going, they can win. But if they struggle from three, not. Houston had a really bad game last game and they won. Do I do futures? Yep. I mean, it just depends if I think there's value or not. I don't think there's a ton of value in like NCAA tournament futures. Everything's too matchup based. Although this year it hasn't been as much. That's just generally my opinion. And then I'll take Arizona advancing from here. Let's move on to the last one and then we'll do questions. But I'll take Arizona over Michigan. Just you can't get Dickinson going inside, too much length on the perimeter. This is why Eli Brooks is Eli Brooks. That's how we get to Arizona. Got a World Series winner. I have not. I just started listening to baseball podcasts. Yeah, we talked about this before. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be here for baseball. I'm just sorry. I might come back for college basketball next year. I have to sell my baseball as a full package. I have some financial things that are coming in. I just had to make a decision. I did. And that's just the way life goes. All right, so Providence, Kansas. I think Providence matches up absolutely awesome with Kansas. I mean, just let's look at personnel for personnel, right? Like David McCormack. Okay, we got our match in Watson. Ed Croswell's tough as shit off the bench. Jalen Wilson, I think Horschel can do a fine enough job. Mania to absolutely blanket Akbaji. And then guard play-wise, we're basically doing Harris, Braun, and Remy Martin versus like all the people that Providence has in their backcourt, how well Breed's playing, how much of a defensive stopper he can be at times. I think Providence just matches up really, really well. I think Providence is smarter down the stretch. They make sure they get to the line, things like that. I just think Providence is the better team. I've been on this Providence train all year. I ain't stopping now versus a Kansas team that I kind of thought was playing like shit at the end of the year. So I'm not going to stop now. I'm going to take Providence. Yes, I'm minorly worried that Akbaji's on the other side. I think he's arguably the best scorer we have left in this tournament. Maybe him, maybe Banchero, maybe Matherin, whatever. But I have to go Providence. If you've been here, you know I love Providence. We made so much fucking money off Providence this year. We can give a little back if we're gonna. I don't think we are. I think they're the better team. I think people just like to have lost so much money on Providence this year that they just yell at them and they're like, they're fluky, they're overrated. They go to the line at the end of games. They grab rebounds at the end of the games. They're a very good closing it out team. They have Durham to hit free throws. They're just a good basketball team. And if your eyes don't show you that, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Mike Pancrake, Providence. I feel it. Ed Cooley is a great coach. Can't forget that. Agreed. I mean, Bill Self is a pretty awesome coach too, but the defense, what Cooley's going to throw at them in terms, I think the physicality is going to play. If you saw matchups like Texas Tech earlier this year, like when Texas Tech went to Kansas, we bet on them as a huge dog. They got saved by the refs. Physicality can give this Kansas team problems. And I swear to God, if anybody writes Remy Martin as the thing to swing this matchup in the fucking comments, I will fling myself through the glass pane door right in front of me. Don't say things like that. Facetious. Miami versus Iowa State. I want to be on my Cyclones so damn bad, but I agree there is some good guard play for Miami. And the more I think about it, there's some sloppiness with the ball from Iowa State that could be a problem with all the ball pressure Miami gives. Just spreading them out and just kind of like they're not all that dissimilar lineup wise and like edge. I don't know if Miami takes care of the ball, we have issues. Now I could see a world where we just swarm Charlie Moore, Isaiah Wong just making stupid decisions, getting frustrated, being a huge weak link, and we can attack that weak link of Isaiah Wong over and over. But we might need a little help in this matchup. I want a wider price. Like Iowa State at there's like plus 130s available, plus 140s if you look at some places. It's a lot wider in some spots. Miami money is going to come in here. If you're taking Iowa State, just wait. I'd be so shocked if Miami money doesn't come in here because if you really think about it, I think Miami probably has the inside matchup. You know, one angle that we didn't ride hard enough that we pointed out mid-year, and it's cost me a ton of money just in terms of just money left on the table. I don't bet against Miami, either one of our teams. But how well Sam Wardenberg was playing from basically halfway through the year on, we pegged it. We talked about it all the time. But that has been the key to this Miami team is how well Sam Wardenberg playing. He's playing on a very, very high level on the defensive end. Very, very, really on both ends of the court. I think Sam Wardenberg's playing some very, very high level basketball. Hunter is so hit or miss. He's a child. So yeah, I mean, he's a freshman who's a starting point guard. He's going to be pretty hit or miss. Charlie Moore is the best point guard left in the tourney. I'll challenge that. I'll take RJ Davis. I'll take Tiger Campbell. I'll take arguably Jared Bynum. Probably not. Maybe though. Charlie Moore, let's not forget who Charlie Moore is a little fucking wild, takes some crazy shots, okay? Let's not go crazy on Charlie Moore. I like Charlie Moore. Let's not go crazy on Charlie Moore. You're talking to the guy that we hit the Miami plus 950 at Duke. That's our party. Let's not go crazy on Charlie Moore. I like it. We don't want to go crazy on Cam McGusty? I'll go crazy on Cam McGusty. Who do I have in the East? UNC and Jaden Ivey. PC might have two better. I kind of agree. I kind of think Bynum is better than Charlie Moore. I kind of tend to agree. He's just more athletically limited, as crazy as that is to say. He's somehow crazy. I don't want to hear Wong slander. He's probably the most talented on the team, legit. He is the most talented on the team. Doesn't make him the best player on the team. He makes a lot of really stupid plays. He's playing better than he was. He was a sieve, an absolute pain point at the end of the season. I'm a huge Wong guy. Isn't he part Asian? I'm assuming that's where the Wong comes from. Look at me. We're both happy. Look at me. Look at me. But still, I have to be real. And he's the weak link. If you want to attack, if you're Iowa State and you want to attack somebody, he's the weak link. It's just the way it is. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. McGusty was a senior when I was a freshman in high school. I'm a junior in college. Now a junior in college. Yeah, they have 2 6 years. Not underrated. Charlie Moore's also a 6-year. Better right Purdue because they're going to the Final Four. Man, if Purdue wins and I got to give that one kid 10 grand, that random person 10 grand, I'm going to be so fucking annoyed. If you picked a winner of this tourney today, who would it be? Probably Duke. I think that Jeremy Roach shit completely changed Duke's trajectory. Jeremy Roach, I've said it all season. What does Duke need? Jeremy Roach. He's what they need to take the next level. We're finally seeing it. It's like my prophecy being fulfilled. That's literally what I said I think they need. Granted, this matchup's going to be annoying. There is so much length for Texas Tech in the backcourt. That's going to cause Roach at least some issues. But I just can't see them getting enough to, dude, this Duke team is very, very good. Now we're like buying low on Duke stock. They're fucking underdogs to Texas Tech. To Davian Warren and Adonis Arms, they're underdogs. You know how many times we have to turn it over in this game? How many times? And then Texas Tech isn't going to get ref help like they did against Notre Dame. Did people not watch that Notre Dame game and think to themselves like, wow, Texas Tech kind of got handed that win? Just kind of like the TCU Arizona game where it's like, well, the refs kind of made sure that happened, huh? Same thing with the Memphis Gonzaga game. The refs are making sure things happen. It's a little fucked up. It's upsetting, but they're making sure. If you've seen me, I've been having meltdowns on Twitter about it. Duke has a hard time with physical teams. We're not soft. I think we'll be all right. Do you think there's a shot Miami will make the Final Four? Yeah, for sure. I don't think it's magic. I don't think Miami is magic. They have awesome guard play. I mean, between like Miller, Wong, McGusty, Moore, I mean, you have really good guard play. I don't think it's magic at all. They've been actually, if you think about it, Miami's actually been shooting a very poor percentage from three. There actually has been no magic. Wait till the Miami Magic comes. That's kind of what I'm scared with. You know, I want to be on my Cyclones. We've taken them the last 2 rounds. We're up like 3, 4, 5, 6 units on them the last however many rounds. Oh, I'm begging, my pockets were screaming, give me some Cyclone tickets. Like literally my pockets, like they're fucking talking right now. Like, give me the fucking Cyclone tickets, baby. They want it. They want it. I don't know. So I'm having a hard time with this one, but I will definitely be on Providence. So that's where I sit. That's where I sit. Miami has been disrespected all year. I agree. The lie, they really have. So that's where I sit, man. I think that's what I'm looking at Sweet 16 wise. So the only things I hit so far, I took a unit worth of UNC, looking to add. I just feel like I didn't want to take too much because I felt like there was at least our purple marker just ran out. We're fucked. Damn it. Miami Alps tanked after beating Duke and seemed to have showed up recently. Also tanked after beating Duke. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty big, like, that's kind of like we've accomplished our season kind of spot. But yeah, I don't know. I still have the vibe that like Miami had their best point in the season or something. But man, just guard play wins, and those guards are good. And if Isaiah Wong's starting to play better, he is starting to play better. I still think he's a weak link to attack in this matchup if you're Ohio State. Because you see how much like Ohio State's defense, like they double frequently. They get in ball lanes. It causes tons of pressure that way. It's not necessarily on-ball pressure, but it's more like doubling leading to like a stupid pass that they pick off and run, that kind of thing, which I can see Wong doing. There's other people on the team I can see doing it less. But so Iowa State or Miami, I don't know yet. It depends. I want a wider price on Iowa State, to be honest. I'll probably end up with Cyclone money like a fucking degenerate either way, but I want a better price. To tell other people, I don't think it's a good investment. Like, I think Iowa State plus 125, plus 130 is a poor investment. I want them to win. I hope they win, whatever. It's a poor investment from an X's and O's standpoint, just like percentages. Like, you should be getting a better price. Like, I think if you got like an Iowa State plus 160, so you can be confident, like, okay, they win this game 40% of the time. I think I can pretty confidently say that. Give me 10 cents of edge, I can take it. So that's what I'm thinking more. Texas Tech money line, yeah, I can see it. If you think just like Duke's soft or something, I saw enough out of Jeremy Roach where it's like that. Duke's now basically checked every box for me to be like, these are the boxes I want to check for them to win a championship. Now they check them. I know they're absolute dogs. You know how easy it would have been to crumble in that Michigan State spot? How easy it would have been to just fold up, but they didn't. Miami has already beat Duke. This is easy cash. Miami has already beat Duke, and they shot very poorly in that matchup. Very, very poorly from three. I do think Duke is too soft. I don't. But that Notre Dame game was bad for Tech. What games are good for Texas Tech? Just to be honest. Against teams that actually have good offense. How many games have been good? I don't know if what Duke's doing is crumbling. Like earlier in the season, throw Virginia on that list too, credit Joe, but I don't think it's crumbling. I think it's learning. Wendell Moore never had to close games before. Trevor Keels never closed college games before. Jeremy Roach never closed college games before. Paolo Banchero never closed college games before. You have to learn and figure out which offense is your end of game offense, what works, what not. If you saw every one of those shots was a different way of not scoring on the final possession. Now you see them last game, people starting to step up. You saw like through the ACC tournament, people stepping up more at the end of games. So I don't think it's necessarily like mental weakness crumbling. I think it's learning. Did you see them having meltdowns after, yelling at each other on the court after, stuff like that? Or do you see them just like, figuring it out, learning, moving on? I think those are two very different things. So if you saw them having mental meltdowns after, okay, that's one thing. But I see progress. I see them wanting to win. I see like a relentless drive to want to win. Every one of their losses, they were up towards the end of the game. That's also something to look at. It's like once that variance swings, it just looks like they're basically undefeated. different ways to look at things. My personal opinion, I think the veteran play of TTU will get it done. I hope they can get to the ball to Bryson Williams when it matters. I hope they can get the ball to Bo Banner when it matters. If you could get the ball to Banner in the post, maybe a little more confidence. He could use some bet moves on Banchero, whatever. I do think Bryson Williams. How about my hot take, by the way? Where the fuck was anybody when I said Nate Laszewski's going to guard Bryson Williams one-on-one in the post? He did. Nobody give me any props for that. Come on. He guarded him one-on-one, baby. Nate Laszewski, I was proud of you, kid. That was good. I think Bryson Williams has a better matchup here against the youth, just using his savviness, his vet savviness and stuff. But Paolo about to go ghost mode in Sweet 16. I agree. Paolo's going to fuck some shit up. Paolo wants to win bad. And Paolo is actually a really good kid. If you watch their, like, the other stuff that Duke releases and stuff, like, Paolo's like a super inclusive star. Like, isn't like these other stars we've had, like RJ Barrett or like a Jason Tatum, people like that, Bagley, that seemed a little more selfish. That kid seems like he's like a really good kid. I really like Banchero. Why can't guards pass the ball to the post in college? It's pathetic to watch. I mean, combination of lack of spacing, lack of experience, and the growing length in basketball. Like, I mean, why do you think in the NBA everybody has to be able to shoot? You have one player. Look what happened when Ben Simmons was on the court in the NBA. It's like the whole offense becomes completely dysfunctional. Everybody has to be able to shoot in the NBA because everybody's 6'8" now. So if you have 6'8" people with like 7 fucking whatever wingspans all over the court, it's pretty damn hard to pass the ball in general. Hence why there's so much damn ISO and stuff now. But you got to space the ball out. Like, you got to space the court out like crazy. Less spacing in college kind of leads to the same thing. You're still getting gigantic people coming in. So the combination kind of just results in a lot of turnovers. Did that help? I feel like that's actually what's happening to a T. Another underrated sneaky point about the Duke thing I will bring up, because I see you saying Coach K is asleep at the wheel. Carson, he has been asleep at the wheel. Coach K was into that Michigan State game. He was on his feet, fucking snarling, getting into it at the end of that game. I think that might have reinvigorated him a little bit. Getting that close to his whole career being over, I think that might have reinvigorated him. Any pent-up aggression from Manic after the flagrant, he come out blazing? I don't know if it's pent-up aggression. I like him. He's a good leader on this team. I liked what his teammates said about him after the game during the post-game press conference. They're asking, like, you know, what did you think of the Manic thing? What were you guys saying to each other after he got thrown out? And you hear, like, I love that Dontrez Styles kid for UNC. I don't know if anybody's heard him talk. That kid's going to be a very high-level player. He was saying, like, you know, I think that guy's one of the best players in the country. I wanted to go out there for my brother, like, all the right things. But the amount of respect his teammates have for him, yeah, I think Manic responds well. I do. I think the leadership from RJ Davis can't be underrated, how good a player RJ Davis is. I really think people sleep on it, including me this season. Like, I'd always been high on him, but he took it to like a whole nother fucking level. Watching that Baylor game, I'm like, dude, you are who I thought you were going to be. You're exactly who I thought you were going to be. You're the fucking man. You might be the best guard in the country right now, realistically. I mean, just like physical attributes wise, whatever, but just like who's playing the best basketball in the country right now? I think you might have to say RJ Davis. I actually do. Like, somebody name somebody else. Do I listen to the Coach K radio show? I don't. Kind of wish I did. I've slept on RJ all year. Dude, it's what it is. Aiden Wine, quick take on the Virginia game. I think that UVA is going to so pack line D versus St. Bonnie's. So offensively for St. Bonnie's, they're going to have to hit threes. Do they super excel at doing that? No, I don't really think they do. They're like 200 something in the country. They shoot around 33%. So I can't really, they're streaky as shit. So if Attaway and Holmes are just draining them, I saw they've shot like 45% over their last 3 games combined, like 52% from deep last game. So regression-wise, if there's any short-term regression coming in, it's not going the right way for St. Bonnie's. On the other side, Virginia, yes, you're going to be swallowed by big, longer guards. That physicality, that length is probably going to give you some problems, at least to start. But then I think we just start going through Jaden Gardner. I think we just go Gardner. Maybe we bring in Statman to get a little bigger. Maybe we can get some stuff off the bounce there. But I think just Gardner ends up being enough. I'm going to look to live UVA money line. sometime. Like, yeah, I've also the same thing. I physically can't lay money with Bonnies anymore. Yeah, I understand that. They're broken. I mean, maybe they continue to respond this veteran group, whatever. I don't think they're just going to shoot lights out versus UVA. I'm hoping UVA goes down early, much like a Coastal Carolina yesterday, where you have multiple options, just add on. I'm a Rutgers Seton Hall fan, and I can't believe St. Peter's is the one doing this good. I didn't even know they were D1. Yeah, they got a great coach, too. He's about to get the Seton Hall job. Coaching is huge in March. They've been more prepared than every opponent they've played, which is saying something with the two coaches they've played. Vandy game take. Yeah, I think, Vandy is a completely different team with Rodney Chapman. We've called that out. We've made a lot of money on that take. However, I think they're going to neutralize a lot of Robbins with what Xavier has inside. I think Xavier continues to have an offensive edge inside, even through that. And then if Paul Scruggs is going to be out, that's a huge net negative off the court for us. I'd way rather give those minutes to Colby Jones, Nate Johnson, them. I think they get the job done. The young guys, Odom, whoever, just anybody but Paul Scruggs, because he's just asleep, not doing anything. So anybody but having 4 players on the court. They've basically been playing with 4 players on the court for most of games for the last 2 months. Give me 5 players on the court and I'll take it. Paul Scruggs has his head so far up his ass. I have no idea what that kid's been doing. Him and Jared Rhoden, I think, got together and they were like, let's just not play basketball. Let's make a mixtape and let's not play basketball this year. So look forward to that coming soon. The Jared Rhoden and Paul Scruggs mixtape. I didn't play any ball this year. Neither did I. I didn't play any ball this year. Neither did I. I quit on my team. You quit on your team. Sorry. I don't know odds, but Angels winning the West this year, I don't know. That team finds a way to fall apart always. That's my argument when people say Mike Trout's one of the best players ever. Is he? He's done nothing. He's never had an important at-bat in his fucking life. Yet he's supposed to be. I'm supposed to say, hey, that Derek Jeter guy I watched be like the greatest baseball player I've ever seen. Now, he stinks. And this guy, Mike Trout, who's literally played 1 playoff series in his entire career, no matter who's on his team, the lineup is completely dysfunctional. So I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that the Angels – I just think that is a completely dysfunctional franchise. Oh, nice. Dude, I'll come up with I think we need a song for this round. I'm going to come up with a song for one of these teams this round. I'll get a little who diddy. Who is in their right mind thinks Trout is better than Jeter? Dude, there's all kinds of people that say Mike Trout's the best player that ever played. It's the craziest shit on the planet. There's a lot of people that aren't in their right mind that believe that. What's your favorite sport to cap right now? There's nothing like March Madness. This is the best. But baseball, I think, is where you make the most money consistently. You have the most games. You have the most opportunities. You just be consistent in baseball, and you have a consistent process. I think it's very hard to lose at baseball. I know people that just make fucking oodles on baseball. Oodles of money on baseball. You got to get stuff out early. Getting fucking to games early. Overnight, you got to be on overnight for baseball. You can't be waiting until the morning. You just can't. There's too much movement nowadays. Vote to make the song for Providence. I think Providence probably needs the song, Peterson, so it will be a Providence song. I agree. Let me put an old music note next to Providence to remind myself. By the way, again, it is Matt 121625. Are you here? You are the winner. As long as you put your pick on time, you are the winner. So I'm waiting to give you a sack of money. I don't know if you're here, but I'm waiting to give you a sack of money, guy. So hit me up. I got money for you. I got the bag of money for you. Acuna better than Trout if healthy. Interesting. Nick Vitanza. I'm Matt. Yeah, we're all Matt. We're all Matt. Jeter is legitimately the worst defensive player of all time by most metrics. It's my childhood idol. Let's rewind. That's my childhood idol. Let's rewind. You don't tell me that running play to the left of the throw and you with the body moving the opposite way. You don't tell me that wasn't iconic. Okay. This is what we're looking at. Real quick to go through again, just really quick, we are looking at for today. We are looking at look to live UVA. Oh, Northern Colorado went down to +2, huh? That's annoying. That's a good matchup, I think. We're on MTSU. I'll walk right into this line movement. Would rather be on UTEP, and I'm going to look to live Xavier with the Paul Scruggs news out. The jump throw is because he has no range. It was beautiful. Don't you talk about that jump throw. Backhanded ground ball one time and you don't need the jump throw. You guys are sick. You guys are sick. Do you know how many times I emulated that as a child? I used to just stand on a baseball diamond and do that over and over and over. With the Griffey. How many people did the Griffey swing in the mirror? Nothing more beautiful than the Griffey swing in the mirror. Just and a loop. Tell me everybody did the Griffey swing in the mirror. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Ooh. No more exciting player ever. I need a bag of money. Hey, where you been the last? Dustin Harris, we've been collecting money the last week and change. It's been a money party here. We've been on a money streak. My girlfriend just was taking care of some her nephew. I was like, fuck it. The kid wanted to get a soccer ball to kick around a little bit. I was like, fucking go in the toy aisle and just start fucking cleaning it out. It's like life's good right now. Yeah, life's pretty good. Up 11. Yeah, we've been getting screwed by refs, and we're doing really well. Julio Franco batting stance. Hey, Julio Franco was a good hitter. You want to talk about a good hitter, Julio Franco. I used to love him. You know who else wasn't fucking reminded me of Julio Franco? They were like buddies from opposite sides of the plate, although I'm pretty sure Chili switched. Little Chili Davis. Anybody a little Chili Davis up in here, huh? I used to love Chili Davis. Huge Chili Davis guy. That guy could hit. Yeah, the refs have been, that's why you have to take the ref play into account. You just have to look at it's like from a marketing standpoint. Like they want Gonzaga. They need Gonzaga. They need Arizona and all like the Nike shit fucking Matherin. You need Kirk Carissa and Dalen Terry yelling at people. You need that little visceral thing. They need it. Dustin Harris, Iowa State. I know, man. Iowa State's been good to us. Those fucking Cyclones, baby. I wonder if TTL hit a Gabe Kalsher player prop for that. Did you, my brother? It's March Madness. Certain things have to happen. Just in sports nowadays, they just think it's not good enough to just let it play out. They're like, we need market X, Y, and Z. So it's just not good enough. So hey, if they take it away, I'm telling you, Tyler B, if they continue to trifle and they take away my beloved sports, I will go on a mission so deep. I'll get to the bottom of it. I'll be running the NCAA in no time. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I had the whole hood on Iowa State that's awesome. Over LSU. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, there's a lot of people. I put actually a lot of friends that made a lot of money on Iowa State these last two games. I've really liked it. It's been wonderful. They're a fun team to bet on, too. They got so much heart. I love betting on Iowa State. And Wisconsin, the refs tried to put Wisconsin through. They did their best, and they just couldn't because the basketball gods are out in full swing, baby. All right, so yeah, that's what I'm looking at. What's the Knicks at now? You have any more line movement in NBA? Milwaukee up to 8. They're trying to force me to take them. I was thinking about laying it with Golden State, but I don't feel like doing that to myself. Yeah, take the Bulls. I did think, dude, it's wide. I agree. That's why. I don't know enough about current form right now, but it seems really wide. I also think Golden State seems short, but is it? It's just whether they care or not. I have no idea whether Golden State feels like playing today. Right when I found out about the LSU coaching situation, I put the coaching situation. I'm not sure mattered in that game. Unfortunately, our guards are just too fucking tough. They're too tough for that against that kind of matchup. Unless you take care of the ball really well. Neither of the last two teams took care of the ball like immensely well. Wisconsin just was like downhill in that department throughout the course of the season. Once their like edge on everybody else waned from like being so familiar with each other, once that waned, their ball security kind of went down the hill. Do you like Wilmington or Colorado State? Colorado State, I'm pretty sure, is sitting at home, and David Roddy's got his thumb up his butt thinking about how he fucked up everybody's season. Whoa, that was mean. Take that back, Jake. I take it back. Xavier Pinson just isn't a winner. I agree. If you're asking about Wilmington or Northern Colorado, I think Northern Colorado matches up actually really, really well in this matchup. It's like shocking how well they match up in this matchup. They're playing really tough-nosed, hard defense. I think they have a good matchup with Joe Cooch inside. There's no Trajan or whatever his name is, White, for UNCW, so maybe he has success there, can still guard whatever guards on the other side, and they have a big matchup advantage right there. So I have a little bit of Northern Colorado. I think they also can score down the stretch with UNCW, which has been a big pitfall of whoever they're playing. Northern Colorado and Kuntz and stuff and the Crookshausen or whatever his name is, they can go shot for shot down the stretch with UNCW, I think. I wanted Roddy to do well so bad. It's too bad he has really a low basketball IQ, in my opinion. Don't mean to be that guy. I think he has a really low basketball IQ. Like, if you don't know as a group that Isaiah Stevens needs to be taking all this, it's just the role allocation, whatever was going on there. I didn't like it. So refs won't just potentially push Kansas to the Final Four. I agree that that's a thing that, like, you could be worried about in that matchup. I agree. I do agree. I've only sprinkled both. I also think the price is going to get better. I think it'll probably go back up over plus 300. I think almost everybody is on this, like, Kansas is fraudulent. Every time I turn this app on, fucking some video comes up with somebody being like, fade Providence. They're fucking the most lucky by whatever metrics. Literally every time I pop this thing up, I see a video. Or I see a video of people being like, this is my pick today. Just take it. Like, oh, well, since you said so, boss. Sure. I'll come up. We might need a Providence song. I like that point. We will need a Providence song. I agree. Cuddy coming out with his film Teddy soon. No way. Well, Scott Muscudi coming out with his that's sick. Yeah. My whole house is decorated in, like, Kid Cudi shit. I have, like, random album covers all over the house. Just like on top of the fridge, I'm pretty sure right now there's a vinyl. I have no idea why, but there's a Man on the Moon vinyl fucking on top of that. There's just shit everywhere. He helped me through a lot of shit when I was getting over, like, drug addiction and stuff. He like helped me a lot. Quite a bit. Okay. Yeah, maybe I will take some Bulls. That's interesting looking at it now. I'm like, 8? It's a lot of points. It's a lot of points. I watched one of the matchups earlier this year, too. I mean, Milwaukee gets pretty good shots in that matchup, but so does Chicago. They had pretty good shots. Levine questionable, okay, and then we're kind of implying he's not going to play by the 2.5-point swing. Market is so inefficient right now, though. Like, do you see it across the board? Like, what the fuck was Tom Aspinall doing opening as a dog? And then he only closes minus 130? What's happening? Tom Aspinall ran through him like a hot knife through butter. By the way, I got to do a post later. It's Max Griffin Fight Week. Everybody, fucking, if you can, please, whatever. I'm not going to ask anybody to do anything. I'm not fucking like these people. Please follow and subscribe. Fucking, but if you can, if you don't follow Max Griffin already and you can like his photos and stuff, retweet things for Fight Week. I got to start looking at his Twitter so I can retweet some things. Max Griffin is part of our community. He follows us. Like, we bet on him huge last fight. He was like, he's fucking commenting on a bunch of videos. He's like a big supporter. Max Griffin is the fucking man. So if anybody can help support him back, it would be greatly appreciated. He's got a big test against Magnia this weekend. It's going to be a tough test. So if we can give him, what's his Insta handle? I think it's like Max Payne Griffin. It's like all written out, but just type in Max Griffin, you should find it. But that's our fucking guy. He's a huge supporter of us. Just like Danos. If you're looking for seasoning, you go Danos. We are Danos seasoning guys. He sent me a bunch of shit. Let me grab it. Look, we're Danos seasonings, guys. You guys saw me wearing the shirt. We're Danos guys now. Which is the one I like? This one. The hot Chipotle one is fucking delicious. I like this. Well, he sent me a few, and the spicy one is good too. I like just spicy shit always. I just haven't tried this one because then this is original. But I just went. He sent me a bunch of these. I got some. So we are. I know. I felt lucky with that. It felt good. You got to make some Dano's salmon burn ends. Dude, Tyler B messaged me, dude, salmon burn ends. I've never thought of making salmon burn ends, but I'm a huge burn ends guy and I'm a huge bark guy. Like, I have no idea why. One of my buddies out here is actually a huge barbecue guy, and I fucking love bark. Like, I just literally will only eat the top. I love bark. It's the greatest thing. I like bird shit. So fucking, dude, I would love for you to send me that. I cook salmon all the time for me and the dogs. I cook salmon like twice a week. I would love to fucking make some salmon burn ends. That sounds lovely. Oh. Only salt and pepper lover to Trish. Yeah, maybe we gotta stock a little bar, dude. I'm like basically carnivore diet now. Like I just eat like organs and meat and fucking like yogurt and honey and fruit, tons of fruit. With New York betting now a thing, East Coast may get some more information and swing games. Not sure. Whoa, New York betting just got passed. You ever try KC BBQ? No, but when I travel across the country this year, that's one thing I was thinking about because I always go through Nashville. And that area, I always go through Tennessee, but I was thinking of trying to go a little more north. But that north trick, you got to go through Ohio and stuff. And driving through Ohio, you literally just get pulled over because your plate is something different than Ohio. Fucking Ohio cops are such assholes. Such assholes. I'm sorry if somebody's an Ohio cop in here, but you guys are fucking dicks. Memphis has sick barbecue. I agree. I stop in Memphis to get barbecue every time because whatever road that is, you can hit Memphis and Nashville on like the same strip. I agree, but I haven't tried Kansas City. I would like to try that. That's your place, Peterson, PA, Ohio border. Oh, you guys love to pull people over, don't you? Q39 or Jack Stack? Q39. I can remember that. Oh, wow, that's sick. NY bets are open. I had no idea. That's awesome, man. People don't need to go drive across the tunnel and go sit in the Holland Tunnel anymore to fucking play bets. That's awesome. It's hilarious to see how many people just pull over on the side of the road in the tunnel, fucking lay their bets, and you just see them turn around and go home. Fox Bros Barbecue here in Atlanta is worth a visit. Dude, are we all fucking food guys? When we start getting some events together or something, god damn it, dude, how am I going to quit doing this? This fucking kills me that I'm going to have to think about this. Oh, Dustin Harris is a big burn ends guy too. Yeah, I-40 goes through Tennessee. Yep. I-40 you take like all the way across the country basically. You just like continue on I-40, super easy. So I'll be doing that in like I got a wedding in Texas in like less than 3 weeks. So I got to go to Dallas, and I think I'm just going to start journeying over. I'm going to stay in the Outer Banks again, get a like way out in the Outer Banks, go to Knoxville again. I always stop in Knoxville. I love Knoxville. So I got a couple of things. That's how it is in St. Louis. Everyone just pulls into Illinois and turns back around. That's hilarious, Carson. Yeah, it's fucking funny. Come for the lives. We don't need the picks. Come to talk matchups. Peterson, yeah, we'll figure something out. Or I don't know. We'll have to figure something out because we are building a pretty good community here. Fuck. I don't know. We'll have to figure something out. Middleton out and Giannis probable for Bucks, by the way. No Middleton. Interesting. Gotta hit Charleston. I might. My buddies, I have a buddy that lives in Charleston, but I've been trying. I haven't really Bella's been to like the older dog I have has been to, she's like 3 and she's been to like 30 something states. I think she's at like 34 out of the 50 whatever states. I'm going to hit them all with her. Dino's been to like 2. So he needs some journeys. So we're going to be journeying. But yeah. All right. Knoxville is great, dude. I love Knoxville. Western North Carolina is where I'm from. I was in North Carolina for a little bit. There's parts of North Carolina. I dated a girl from North Carolina when I was working at Ralph Lauren for a while. And we went to visit her family. And let me tell you, that town made it known that they see a lot of Asian kids. I don't know whether I was welcome back. I think they were a little bit like, you're a little too tan to be dating my daughter. And I was like, oh, I feel you. Yeah, Bella lives a good life, man. She eats steak all day. My dogs only eat red meat. So red meat and salmon and whatever. So yeah, they live a pretty good life. They're my experiment. I've never tried raw before, so I just feed them raw and I'm gonna see what happens. Southern hospitality, right? Yeah, I like Southern, dude. I mean, I'm from New York, so I've dealt with everything already. Dave, you have a Bella also? I do. Hold on a second. You want to say hi? This is Bella. Say hi. Hi, Betty. And then the little guy is in the corner. You saying hi? You sleeping? Yeah, I got two of them. What up, Holtz? How are you? You're recuperating? Have you seen any? Where's Ayala? Has Ayala been staying out of the bars, guy? I feel bad for Ayala. I hope he's all right. Yeah, I take them to like a morning play group at like 5:30 in the. We leave here at like 5:30. It's 30 minutes across town. We go to like this play group where they play for like 3 hours in the morning. Do I ever call her Richard Belzer or Bella Norma Jean? No, I got all kinds of. I usually call her Bella Dean, weirdly enough, and then that's both of them because I got Dino and Bella. So if I just say Bella Dean, they both come. So I've learned that one now. Can the Boilers beat St. Peter's? Yeah. I think it's just Jaden Ivey. That's why I just wrote Jaden Ivey because he's the whole issue. I think there's almost answers for everything but that. I'm home in Miami, but I saw Fats and Ayala were hooping with some friends of mine. Good for them, Aaron Holtz. Good for them. Good for them. You taking Colorado. Northern Colorado? I don't think Colorado's playing anymore. Are we talking women's NCAA? Are they playing there? Northern Colorado, yes. I took some. I sprinkled it. Dustin Harris, quarter Asian. Yes, brother. Oh, the quarter helps you out. So you're good at NC. Yeah, the half. They're okay. I think under a third, you're okay. But you go over that third line, and it's just, I'm a halfian. They know. They know right away. Your friends probably kept it close. Carson with the dig. Whoa. I want to rescue Greyhound. That'd be sick. She's a Malinois pit mix. The girl is a Malinois pit mix. But she used to play with a bunch of Greyhounds that were cool. The Greyhounds that are rescued from tracks, though, are they're a little skittish. It sucks. I've met a bunch of them actually around here. There's weirdly a bunch that live around here. And then there's a bunch of racetracks down, and there's a couple in my mom's neighborhood in Florida. They are awesome. Are they rescued? Pants Lasagna, are they rescued from racing? Or are they just rescue regular? Rescue dogs in general are fucking awesome. I only get rescues now, but that's also partly because I've had bad experiences with dogs like purebreds getting heart disease and stuff, and it's too much. So, yes, we got a lot of people in here. We got a lot of dog people. I fucking love it. They were race dogs. That's awesome. Dude, Pants Lasagna. That's awesome. That's fucking cool. You live down in like Florida where there's a bunch of them, Pants Lasagna? Yeah, dude, this is gonna be hard for me to not give out. Am I really gonna stop baseball picks? I'm gonna have to talk to somebody. God damn it. We all have dogs. God damn it. Fucking love you guys. You guys all have dogs, man. Making it quick and start knocking out my baseball picks. Live in Indiana and 2 Greyhound. Wow. No kidding. Yes, Tyler B with his dog too. Yes, dude. Fuck, we might have to win a ton of money and then I go rent the house. We all bring our dogs for the weekend or something. God damn it. All right, cool. You got an Australian Shepherd. My ex had an Australian Shepherd that I loved, bro. That dog used to stay up with me while I did work at night while Bella and her used to go to sleep and stuff. I love Australian Shepherds. They're fucking awesome companion dogs. Awesome companion dogs. I'm a farmer, so I have lots of Casey Merrill, you're a farmer, dude? No shit. My best friend lives on a farm too. We still go to his family's farm every year and trip acid. It's in like southern Jersey. We go every year and trip balls. Got a black golden doodle. Holy shit, dude. Dustin Harris, we're all fucking dog people. I guess that's why we all congregated together, huh? Literally, we're all like similar people. It makes sense, Jake. Good job. Yeah, for sure, brother. I'm happy to help, Lover to Trish. Happy to help. They have adoption sites around here. Got them from Menindota, Illinois. They were racing in Alabama. No shit. That's a cool story, Pencils on you. Good for you, bro. Good for you. My God, we are all dog people. Fucking love it. Fucking love it. All right. On that note, bro, you guys put me in a great mood. I'm going to go rethink. God damn it, dude. The only problem, so I ran into some shit. Like, it literally, I have like a 300 grand tax bill. That's not even the issue. I ran into some shit. I have like some health problems that I've had in the past recurring up, and I need like some bulk money. So we'll figure something out. I'm not going to completely stop it. I'll figure something out because you guys are right. I can't really stop it. So I'll figure something out. Okay. On this note, I feel good. I'm going to go figure out some things and try and rejigger things. We're going to have to continue this one way or another. So today, I'm going to continue to wait to see if I can add more Middle Tennessee. I'm going to look to live UVA and Xavier. I have a little bit of Northern Colorado. Granted, I got it at the 2.5, and then some Knicks. Some Knicks at +3.5, +3. I think is good value, even without Randall. I think toughness. Let's punch some people in the mouth. Take the advertising deals and put them in your pocket. I know, man, but it's so much work when I can just be like, oh, you want to buy my baseball season? Oh, it's a lot of 6 figures. Thank you. So it's something I need to work, but you're right. I mean, I'll figure something out. There's also people just offering to whatever, just buy in general. So I have a couple different options. Fading the Bonnies. Yeah. I think it's a pretty good matchup though, Pants Lasagna. I feel like we're going to get a pretty good number. Yeah, what I need to do, Lover to Trish, at some point, I'm going to get somebody that actually knows how to do social media to help me so that, like, maybe I can do one of the videos where, like, people do the, like fucking, I've seen the one with, like, the sound of, like, pulling something out of your heart or something. It looks like people are doing, like, where they're like, like, I lost this bet. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then, like, I never do the videos that say, like, I went 3 for 3 last night. Look at me. Look at me. Wee. If you do those, I think you get more people and you use the trends and stuff. I think you figure that. I think that helps. So I might try doing that. And all these, like, I went 4-0 last night. Pow! I think I need to do a couple of those. Because probably if I posted about, like, Miami plus 950, that probably would have gotten us some little things like that. I probably left some opportunities on the table or been like, those are probably good marketing ops. I like Utah State +4. I feel like they can win outright. Is that tomorrow in the NIT? I didn't look at tomorrow yet. Yeah, I think the slow grind too, probably. I just think the best is to just help people. And eventually, if you help people and just do things selflessly, the world does treat you right. I've just kind of run into some weird shit. So it's a weird flip of the thing where it's like, you know, two-sided coin. Yeah, I mean, if you saw how many people are in my fucking DMs, I literally have like 100 people in my DMs every week, like asking me questions, all these different things. So I know there's people I'm helping. Okay, cool. You guys are good dudes. Research on the TikTok algorithm is easy. You're probably right, Peterson. There's a lot of things I could be doing. Yeah, I find it crazy that so many people buy picks. I actually do find it shocking that so many people buy picks nowadays. It's crazy to me that people are giving that much money away. But whatever, the world will be as it is. Eventually, I think the world works itself out. You guys, you made an impression today. I will rethink it. I will go back to the drawing board on MLB stuff because MLB is definitely the best way to, like, I think I can grow the fastest probably on MLB. My knowledge on MLB probably blows my knowledge on college basketball out of the fucking water. Out of the fucking water. I mean, baseball was my sport. That's the sport I played. Cool. Oh, I made that mistake before. Well, hopefully I can save you that mistake, dude, because don't be buying pics from anybody on here. Do not. If people are selling pics on fucking TikTok, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm sorry. They don't. That's just the way it is. I'm really sorry, though. Wait, Chad the Dad. What did you ask about Chad the Dad? Do you mind re-asking? You said, I don't know if you went over it or not. I just was scrolling up. I'm having a hard time. Can you re-ask, please? Chad the Dad, you're my guy. What do you need? I want to answer. Yeah, bro. And you got day games to Gentopia. Yeah, we can do some live streams with that too. You're right. You're right. Oh, today's games? Hold on. A lot of this shit is just my personal to-do list, by the way. My bad. These are just things I have to do. Pancake magnets, by the way, boys. She did send 3. By the way, they did send 3. How awesome are these? I wish they were bigger, but they're pretty fucking awesome. I have a friend that has more money than sense. That's fucking hilarious. I like that saying. Yeah, they're nice, right? Dude, these are fucking awesome. A little piece of butter she put on there. They're all like unique. They're pretty legit. They're like hand done by some lady in Canada. I was having her, she even put like a little handwritten note, like, thank you so much. I was like, fuck yeah. Okay. Okay, so today's games, what I'm looking at for college anyways. Chad the Dad, St. Bonnie's has the length edge, everything like that. I really don't think their shooting's good enough against the pack line. I think they just run. I think UVA runs everything through Jaden Gardner, gets enough to get it done. Maybe we can get a better spot to live. I don't want to take it at this price. Northern Colorado is playing awesome defense. I think they match up pretty well. The white guy being out for UNCW is big. I think NoCo can match them at the end of a game, shot for shot. Xavier without Paul Scruggs is awesome. Looking to take them if he's not going to be a huge net negative fucking drain on the court where they're playing 4v5 every possession. Things might be a little better for him. So I'll take Xavier. I get Vandy's trending up, everything like that. I don't think they're going to get much through Liam Robbins inside. And then I think like Rodney Chapman, just kind of the story comes to an end because there's just too much talent for Xavier. I like the young guys a lot more. Just like they've literally been playing with 4 guys on the court for the last however long, now 5. I'm not going to lay, minus 145 on it, but you give me a nice, any type of plus money in game. Things are going decent. I'll take Xavier. Lean UTEP, I just think like Southern Utah has a little bit of an explosive factor kind of edge. And that's kind of keeping me off. There's just those spots where UTEP just goes completely dead for like portions of time. I think the physicality, they can definitely match whatever physical attributes Southern Utah usually has as an advantage through like John Knight, people like that. I think UTEP matches it with perimeter defense, eventually wins through toughness, stuff like that. Don't trust them at this price. Maybe I end up looking to live. Their offense for me, like I'm just not laying at this kind of price. What are the odds on taking minus 1.5 ML versus spread? Anything under -2, Aaron Holtz, is proven over like 30, 40 years of betting data to be a profitable endeavor. Anything over -2. -2.5 is iffy. I lay up to -3 on the money line. I don't care. That's just me personally with close games. I mean, it depends. Sometimes there's matchups where like Providence versus Richmond. I had a decent amount of money line, a decent amount of spread, even at the -2.5, -3 open. By the time, like that kind of matchup where it's like a bigger, these just like close ass games, I'm taking money line. I'm just taking money line. Like on MTSU, I'm just taking money line. Like -1.5, -1, just take the money line. Long term, way more profitable. I just think MTSU is so long, talented, hot, everything. That game is super analogous to UNC UCLA for me. That like where it's the same kind of thing, where more experienced guards on the UCLA side, more experienced guards on the Abilene Christian side, but eventually just too much firepower, just a bazooka. Bah, 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 bah. You can't run away from the bazooka, I don't think, for long enough. Tyler B, I saw the salmon burnt ends recipe fucking coming through. I fucking appreciate you. I was about to say something. I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
I'm not sure my fingers will allow me to bet Xavier. That's hilarious. What were you doing on Xavier's campus last weekend? For what? Me with Bonnie's. Yeah. Yep. I feel that. I couldn't touch Bonnie's with a stick. I just like Xavier without Paul Scruggs because I like Colby Jones and I like Odom. I like Nate Johnson. I like the big guys. They at least try. Just like Paul Scruggs was such a net negative on the court. It was like bad. Even with the guard out for MTSU, dude, I tried to knock MTSU for Jefferson being out yesterday. I don't know if anybody watched that game against Boston. They were like a fucking freight train that ran over Boston like they weren't even there. It was literally like Boston wasn't even on the court. It was like we're just fucking having to shoot around by ourselves. That's what it looked like. It like the physical intangibles. Like I like that Reggie Miller guy and shit like that, but I'm just like, dude, you're gonna try and guard like Millen or Weston or something off the bounce. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? You're gonna be behind them. What are you gonna? By the time you fucking realize what's happening, they're gonna be dunking it on your best friend's face. Like same thing with Boston, where it's like by the time they're like, oh, he's by me, he already fucking laid it up. It's what are you gonna do? Sometimes that's what I feel like is gonna happen here by the time the end of the game plays out. Where it's just like, and it's not like MTSU, it's like the shot quality. I mean, everything yesterday was an easy layup or an open three-pointer, literally everything. Do I think the quality of shots going to be that good here? No, but it's the point is the selection. They weren't taking like stupid mid-range jump shots just to take them. Almost everything was a good shot yesterday. Yeah, there were a few, whatever, when they went up big. There's some things. But that team ends up taking, for a team that's so young and inexperienced, man, they take good shots. They just get really good shots. They have just a lot of length and talent on the perimeter, man. Like a lot. It's like all I feel like the Leonard guy, Millen, all of them, they're like fucking all like 6'6", 6'7", and like can have some decent handles. It's like, goddamn. NBA line's been overcorrecting because of injury recently. I noticed happened with Sixers and Nets. Yep. I mean, the NBA always tends to playing opposite or like, eating player injuries to get value. Fucking has always been a good angle in the NBA. But I think right now more than ever, just lines are wildly inefficient in general now more than ever across every sport because you have so much stupid money coming in. That's why when people send me these fucking things and they're like, are you worried that 62% of the money says Action Sports Network is on this side? It's like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, literally, what does it mean in an inefficient market? Some random stat from like 3 books means nothing. Nothing. Yeah, Dustin Harris. I was at Circa the other day with my buddies when they were visiting. So I just randomly spammed. I was just taking all the cash in my pocket because everybody was going up to the counter. I felt left out. So I was just spamming Iowa State money line. So I have a fucking like 5 figures worth of tickets. I got to run up there and cash today. Like a pain in the ass. Why I did that, I have no idea because now I have to go. But luckily I waited until everybody left. So I'm going to go in the beginning of the week before everybody comes back for the games this weekend. You like Xavier or UTEP more? Definitely Xavier, in my opinion. I don't know. Probably Xavier. Elijah Roth missed the show today. Can you reassure me of Providence over Kansas? The Square's going to love Duke this weekend. I don't know. I think a lot of Squares are going to be on Texas Tech too. But a lot of people are just out on Duke, and I just don't see it. Can I reassure you of Providence over Kansas? Elijah, what do you think of the matchups? By the way, I was right about Kirk Carissa too. I don't care what happens. I was right about Kirk Carissa, Elijah Roth too. KD has been a dog recently. I love the Nets. I think he's the most talented scorer ever. Like, has there ever been a better pure scorer than KD in any level of basketball? Anything? Like, have you ever seen anything like it? He is that thing. He's been it since he was at Texas. As a freshman at Texas, when he couldn't even bench 180 pounds, he could hit a shot from anywhere on the floor. Yeah, he's the best pure scorer of all time. I'm sorry, but like he's a better scorer of all time than Kobe. It's just a fucking way it is. If you've watched, you're like, this is fucking unbelievable. Think about if KD never had to deal with Russell Westbrook, how many championships KD would have. Imagine if KD just didn't trade fucking Harden for Jared Allen last year. He'd have another championship. If Russell Westbrook didn't exist, he'd have like 3 more championships. KD could have like 7 if things just broke a little bit differently. But unfortunately, the GMC's been stuck with our fucking. Although Presti, I mean, it's just that was the weirdest move ever. I'll get rid of Harden, but let me keep you, Westbrook. You seem to have no fucking basketball IQ whatsoever, no penchant for winning, nothing of the sort. But I'll take you over Harden. That was a weird move. That was a really weird move. Really, really weird move. Agbaji is a pure scorer. That is what gives me reservations. So Elijah Roth, that's where I get reservations. Is Agbaji being just the best scorer in college basketball probably right now. With Juzang and Davis out, it kind of makes the argument a lot easier. Maybe a Banchero in there, but most proven scorer in big spots might have to be Agbaji. So that's what scares me. Providence guards are tough. Remy doesn't scare me. I agree. Watson better than McCormick. I agree. I think it's a good matchup in there. If you could pick a guy to guard Agbaji, how many people in college basketball are you taking over Justin Minaya? Any Sweet 16 matchups have one team with an absolute advantage location-wise? I think St. Peter's is playing in Philly. So that's a pretty good. I'm pretty sure St. Peter's is playing in Philly. I'm not sure about the other ones. Arizona's in San Diego still, right? I think. So that would be an advantage for Arizona, I assume, if they're still in San Diego. All 3K students there. Hey, Lehigh only has 4K or whatever, but I guess we didn't advance any further. We kind of got knocked out the next round. I think Butler, though, the eventual champs. Vandy just changed their logo. Why? Stackhouse wanted to change. Exactly. That's the second part. I think Minaya can trim Agbaji's supply to a trickle. Yeah, I don't disagree. I think Providence wins that game. I just don't disagree with everyone else that Providence is overrated. Like stats say one thing, but I know what my eyes see. I know my eyes see good basketball when Providence plays. Yes, like AJ Reeves makes stupid defensive plays. Yes, they make mistakes. But I see a team that like fucking, they get to the rim at the end of games. They rebound well at the end of games. They hit their threes. They're fucking stout as shit at the end of games. I don't know. Providence is a very good team for me. They're just good. I agree. Lee Diesel, I agree. They play together. They're a family on the court. I just agree. I completely agree. They're a good basketball team to me. People can say what they want. I still think they're good. Arizona plays Houston and San Antonio. Whoa. So no home court for Arizona. That's interesting. That's going to be a good game, man. That's going to be a good game. It's just a V now. It looks short and squatty. They dropped the star and made the V small. That's hilarious. That's funny. Yeah, they're really close. I think in terms of like team chemistry, I think Houston's really close. I think Providence is really close. UNC is really close. Duke's really close. Yeah, Elvis. Yeah, for sure, brother. Sorry, I credit Joe. I wanted to hook up with this weekend, but I fucking had I just had family, and then friends in the entire fucking weekend. I've just been swamped. Then my girl's been sick. She's been dealing with that injury shit. It's just fucking one thing after another recently. But definitely hit me up whenever I can. I will. AJ Griffin, all good to go. Could be, might be, doesn't matter too much to me. I'd rather have Paolo taking whatever shots he's going to take. So I'm okay. Houston losing to Arizona, even after that defensive dominance by Houston, I can't see Houston winning. I just can't see the guard play being enough. And I think that they're just going to call fouls when it matters. They want Arizona. Arizona is 50 times more marketable than Houston, especially this Arizona team. It's a guard tournament, Miami over Iowa State. From a matchup perspective, I think you're fucking right. Just something tells me Isaiah Wong's going to fucking make a massive turnover that Iowa State wins. If Iowa State can continue to hit some threes, Kalsher's playing with confidence, I think they have a chance. Where do I live again? I live right next to Red Rock in Las Vegas. It's right behind me. Someone said they ripped off Villanova's V and painted it all gold. That's hilarious. Hey, try and be more like the Kings. Houston guards did perform big compared to their averages. I believe in Jamal Shed long term. I like a lot of their people. It's just like from a talent perspective, like what are you going to do when Ben Mathurin comes a calling? Like, what are you going to do? I mean, Tajay Moore is going to be fun for 5 minutes till they start calling him for fucking ticky-tacky fouls. And then it's going to be like, well, you were fucking at a disadvantage to begin with. Now you're fucked. So it's just, I don't want to be doing that. I'm not going to be doing the fucking, oh, that's not a foul. It's like, look at Arizona. They're going to get through. Okay. They're just going to, they're marketing wise, we need them through. Okay. We need it. We need it. It's going to happen. I honestly thought TCU also had a better advantage because I think their bigs shoot a little better from outside. So like the stretching that like O'Bannon and stuff did, that was very successful. I'm not sure I love Baby and White and a lot of the things he does, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to hit the same outside shots from as far out at the same clip. So I don't think Houston gets anywhere near as many points as TCU got. Anywhere near it. And I got to say, I thought Arizona scored more inside than I thought they would. Oh, question is all about whether Miami can limit itself to turnovers like it's been. Well, they got to continue to force turnovers at a crazy clip too, so they don't get murdered inside. Who guards boxes? Tajay Moore, he's going to get 10-0 boards on us. They're going to win the board battle, Elijah Roth. I think Houston wins the board battle against basically anybody they play, though. But is Tajay Moore going to guard Mathurin? That's what I see it coming down to. I think the front courts are going to cancel, basically. Maybe a slight edge Houston, but then I just think the guard edge for fucking Arizona is just going to be massive. Lampkin dominated inside. Yeah, Lampkin's also, I think, like, not the best matchup with his body type versus some longer guys like Koloko and stuff. Tubelis barely played. I thought Lampkin played an amazing game. I thought that was fucking embarrassing for the NCAA. I thought that game was fucking embarrassing for the NCAA. You know how much money I would have lost in brackets and everything because I have Arizona winning the two I've left like alive? Fucking dude, that was embarrassing, that officiating at the end. Not even the last play with Mike Miles. The one where he went down the court, they were up 3. He went down for a layup, gets fucking mugged. Can't even put the ball on the backboard because he gets mugged so bad. And then they don't call anything, let Arizona run down for a game-tying triple on the other end in transition because he's laying on the fucking court. That was embarrassing. That was fucking embarrassing. We don't have a point guard, though, Iden. They refuse to play Dalen at point guard. Dalen does enough point guardy things, I think. I mean, we can't have Kirk Ariza doing it. I don't know. I just am starting to get the feeling that those two are just going to say, fuck you, and just put their shoulder down at some point. Ben Mathurin he's so strong. I think that's like the most underrated part of Mathurin's game. He is so strong. Did you see like on that when Miller tried to box him out at the end in OT? It's like he's just like ripping through it like you're a fucking baby. Like, get your hands off of me. He is so strong, and I think that's going to come into play down the stretch in this tournament. It's just if Mathurin, there's a lot of things I'm starting to think that if Mathurin just wants to do them at the college level or arguably even the NBA level once he gets there, dude, he is ready. For me, what do you think, Elijah Roth? It's more so one of Kerr, Carissa always on the court, which stinks. I agree. I like when it's Justin Kerr on the floor much better than Kerr Carissa. What do you think of Mathurin in terms of projecting to the NBA right now? He traveled on the N1 in OT. Yeah, there's so many travels now. Ben's ready. I kind of think so too. I think he's ready for the NBA like now, especially in terms of like his demeanor. I think he's very ready. Yeah, he is a dog. And just like his history of growing up and where he's from and now, like it's just the whole thing all together. Just the ascension this year. You've seen the progression over like the course of the year too, especially like at the end of game. Just like I like him going to the hoop more now too. It's not just jump shots at the end of games, which I think has been a big progression for him. In the beginning of the year, there's just in crunch time, way too many fucking mid-range jump shots. Now it seems to be better shot selection. He hustles on like a bunch of stars in TV. I think that whole team hustles. I think that's the edge that Carissa gives you. Like, right? Like Tommy Lloyd's not a fucking idiot. He's playing Kirk Carissa because he's the heart of the team. I get it. Like Dalen Terry, whatever swag Terry has, who do you think he got it from? Kirk Arisa's got swag, dude. I bet you Kirk Arisa literally has a 40-foot dick. I think Kirk Arisa probably puts his dick. He's got it under his jersey. His dick's tucked over his shoulder, and he just like duct tapes it to. He like uses whatever athletic tape to just tape his dick to his shoulder blade, because that's how like he must have moxie like no one we've ever seen before. Because that's the only reason he's on the court. I can't see it. How many guys are 6'5" of his build and athleticism that shoot 42% from three? Yeah. Ben Mathern's ready. He's ready. I agree. I'm crazily on St. Bonnie's +3. Hey, I like it a lot better than St. Bonnie's money line. I think it'll be a close game probably. Or UVA kicks the shit out of them. But UVA can't really kick the shit out of anybody, right? So I think that's probably a decent play. Yes. So many. I mean, Elijah Roth, who's good at off-ball D this year? Let's be honest. How many teams are good? And that's why you see teams like fucking Davidson randomly like fucking just running through people. It's like, who's good at fucking off-ball D this year? Nobody. Everybody loses their man. They're all fucking space cadetting out. I'm not sure who to root for in the championship. Purdue not going to get it. Painter sucks. I think Painter is a good coach. I think it's these guards. And now I'm starting to get scared because of that fucking one guy I'm going to owe so much fucking money if Purdue wins, just because I fucking can't shut my big goddamn mouth. Christian Coloco. I like Christian Coloco. Big Christian Coloco guy. I thought Christian Coloco had a great game against TCU for the matchup, personally. I thought that was a really tough matchup for Coloco, and I thought he looked great. Went Vandy Moneyline. Thoughts? I don't like it, Marshall Nielsen. I understand why you did it. I think you're probably – I don't know. I get it. The Rodney Chapman. I understand. They're playing so much better. Theoretically, they probably have a guard edge. I'm actually a monster Colby Jones guy. I might be kind of alone in that camp, but I think Colby Jones got a lot of prep this year, much like Agbaji got in the past, where like you're just forced by circumstance and then by how the defense is going to play you, they're going to force the young kid to beat you. So when Agbaji was really young in his career, he got just, how many fucking game-winning shots Agbaji missed down the stretch in games. And he just learned from it, grew into this fucking stud he is now. I think the same thing's happening with Colby Jones, and I think we're going to see Colby Jones next year ascend to like a fucking level, especially with Travis Steele out of there now. Like, thank God. Archie Miller for Travis Steele. Is there going to be a bigger coaching upgrade in college basketball next year? Probably not. Travis Steele's terrible, and Archie Miller's awesome. Scumbag, maybe. Awesome. So I will go... I think Colby Jones is going to be a very high-level basketball player at some point. Very high level. I think he'll be in the NBA at some point, but before that, I think he's going to be a very, very high-level basketball player. Wait, Sean Miller got – yeah, by the way, my bad, because Archie Miller's the good one. He's the nice guy. Sean's the scum. Wait, Sean Miller's the one who got hired? Or Archie? Or are you just starring Sean like he's a scumbag? Oh, that's funny. Xavier basketball head coach Sean Miller. It is Sean. There's some evidence, by the way, to people saying I think Archie's actually a good guy, by the way. One thing I'll say about Arizona that gives me more confidence in this Houston play. What happened to Arizona's sanctions? Archie went to Rhode Island. No kidding. Ooh, Archie in the A-10 again. Ooh, I like that. One thing that gives me confidence about Arizona, why didn't they get sanctioned or anything? Like, didn't Sean get caught with his hand in the cookie jar like fucking 10 on wiretaps and shit, like 10 times worse than Patino or Oklahoma State guy Boynton or these other guys? Didn't he get like caught the worst of everyone and they just said like, oh, self-imposed ban for a year and then nothing happened? Aiden Wine, congratulations, sir. Congratulations. But, like, I feel like Arizona just has some deal with the NCAA. Because otherwise, it's like no sanctions. You literally got caught delivering DeAndre Ayton money on fucking wiretap. Like, literally just got caught doing it. And it's just like, nothing happened. Oh, we don't know what happened. It's like, oh, maybe it's Arizona. And maybe you're in the bag. You're in the Nike bag. Yeah, Sean Miller should never be coaching again after that. It's like nothing happened. Just like a year went by. Nothing happened. Rhode Island will get Amani Bates now. Interesting. One thing I'll say about Amani Bates, I did notice that he was like, whenever he left and stuff from the team for periods of time, he was giving his teammates all kinds of shit and stuff. I saw that on social media. I don't know what to think. I'm still out on Amani Bates. Michigan looks scary. Yep. I would be scared if I was Villanova based on the fact that we're not very good. So any team that's pretty good playing us has a very good chance of winning. Especially you put Frankie Collins on Gillespie, and I think that's a blanket he might not be able to shake. I think Frankie Collins can blanket Gillespie. Straight blanket. Yeah. Although inexplicably, Penny Hardaway stuck him back in big minutes, although I guess he had to with the foul trouble Memphis was in because the tournament's crooked. And do you really think all 4 Memphis big men committed 4 fouls like they did, or you think a lot of them were cheap? I mean, if you watch that Iowa State game and versus Wisconsin, you saw the illegal screens that they were setting every time down the court, and then the crowd guy on the other end spread his legs as wide as he could and fucking taking people out while he's moving on the other end. I mean, it's pretty. They're not really trying to hide their agenda during this NCAA tournament. They're pretty fucking firm on it. They're like, nope, this is who we want through. We're making it abundantly clear. Notre Dame, nope. Iowa State, nope. Memphis, nope. Gonzaga will be coming through, actually. Don't care. I have Memphis plus 10. Me too. Plus nice. I had Moneyline too, though. Are they having a ceremony after Coach K's last game again Thursday or a parade? How's that work? I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be Thursday. I think his last game will be in the national championship after they win. Then he'll be standing on the court at the end going, oh yes, this is the moment. This is it. If I could change my pick, I think it's Duke now. Duke's going to win, dude. If Jeremy Roach turned that corner between Roach, Keels, Moore in the guard play, and then like Banchero's the best ISO player in the country, probably. I think I'd take Banchero and ISO over Matherin. I think I'd take Banchero and ISO over Matherin. That might be wrong. So Duke finals, I place in the future. I don't know. There's probably no value on the future. Tech's going to punk Duke. I don't think so. I can see the perimeter length giving Jeremy Roach some early problems. I don't think Tech's going to be able to score against this Duke defense. What the fuck? What kind of off-ball motion are they going to run? Just shit for like O'Banner in the corner. If O'Banner in the corner threes are going to kill me, okay. I'll let Terrence Shannon chuck open threes whenever he wants. Let that McCullers kid chuck every goddamn shot in the book. Stinks. If Bryson Williams and Kevin O'Banner threes off like some off-ball motion where like Davian Warren or Adonis Arms drives and kicks to one of those fuckers open in the corner, sure. If that's how we're going to lose, I don't see that. I think Bryson Williams will have much more success in the last matchup. I still want my credit for saying Nate Laszewski can guard Bryson Williams in the post as my hot take. He comes out and does it, and nobody says anything to me. Where is my damn credit? That was a hot take, a good take. Santos Silva is trash. I'm sorry, he is. He didn't get enough playing time this year. He's like out of sync. He just didn't get enough playing time. And they never figured out how to optimally use O'Banner. They got too far down the line without figuring out how to optimally use O'Banner. They kind of figured out how to optimally use Bryson Williams, never figured it out with O'Banner, and they don't have enough other scoring. They played better when McCullough was out, maybe because he has the touch of like Fats Russell around the rim, but all over the place. He has pretty bad credit sent. Credit sent. What does credit sent mean? Gonzaga come out of the West. Yeah, I just think Duke is going to get the fucking job done. But I think Bryson Williams scores more versus Paolo Banchero than he does versus credit sent. I get it. Credit for the Laszewski thing. I think Bryson Williams has a better matchup versus Paolo than against Laszewski, though. Just because it's the veteranship and the deception, stuff like that will play up, where you can't really do that against a locked-in Nate Laszewski. Nate was playing some high-level defense before they got kicked out the last however long. Seriously, KO Banner is a beast waiting to get let loose. It's not going to happen in this matchup. He doesn't have a guard of the level of Max Abesmith to set him up in the right spots. They put the hat on you. I appreciate it, although I know that costs money now because fucking I always get these things saying like you earn this much money. Like I earned $20-something when I live streamed the other day. I have no idea how to access it. Fucking people give me it. I have no idea. I'm not going to learn how to access it unless it gets to some point where they send me a message saying you have this much accrued, take it. So please don't do it. Save your money for yourself. I fucking love you. Save it for yourself though. Purple is my favorite color. I will say that though. So I like the color of the hat. Makes me happy when I see it. But save it for yourself, please. Otherwise, it's counterproductive because I'm trying to give you the money. And then if you give it back to me, then I have to just figure out how to give it back to you again. Has the touch of Fats Russell. Really not even original at this point. That's fucking true, Aaron Holtz. It's not. You're right. I got to stop on Fats. But I seem to get banned from live streaming every time I say Fats. Casey Merrill, I will say, dude, if anybody saw Casey Merrill's tweet the other day, he literally tweeted on to respond to one of my posts that Duke's going to beat Michigan State by the exact number of free throws attempted differential, and he fucking hit it. It was 9 for both. That's fucking impressive. You get your credit, my friend. Why do you like UNC over UCLA? They're a rocket ship, and I think RJ Davis is the best point guard in the country right now. I said it. I think RJ Davis is the best point guard in the country. I think neither of the big men. I think Miles Johnson and Cody Riley match up with a ton of people. They don't match up with Armando Bacot. He's watching. Aaron Holtz, he is not watching. Don't say things like that. I'm donating money if St. Peter's wins. I'm trying to figure out how to donate some money back to Tyrese Hunter, some fund he is in, for the amount of money I won on that LSU game. I won a stupid amount of money on Iowa State the last few days. I'm trying to figure out something we could do with that. Maybe that's like a business idea or something. Miles Johnson, give my man some respect. He's not guarding Bacot. I'm sorry. Bacot's too quick for him, too shifty, I think. I don't think he's going to be able to guard. I think Miles Johnson will be in foul trouble in 5 minutes. Maybe I'm wrong. When are we going to say that the ACC was just hella slept on? Aaron Holtz, you're on point. My friends have been spamming that in my chat. All my friends from college are like all sports junkies. Like, and that's what we talk about all the time. We're all like, and I have most of my friends play basketball. So they've been saying like that crazy. Gonzaga plus 200 is disrespectful to Duke. Plus 200 what? To win that portion of the bracket? I think Gonzaga is going to have a tough time with Texas Tech or Duke. I just think that they're proving every time they go out. Every time I watch Gonzaga play, I'm like, you suck more than I thought you did. I have a sizable Miami Final Four feature. I love it. The fact that Aaron Holtz, the fact that you have a sizable Miami Final Four ticket, whether you win or not, you had great value on it. And the fact that you had that lets me know I'm helping people. Because if you're thinking in that line of fucking thinking, and I know you're a guy that's around all the time, the fact that you said that, Aaron Holtz, brings me a lot of fucking joy, validation, because I know I'm helping them. If you have a Miami Final Four ticket with how we've handicapped this season, everything, what we're preaching, I know you're on point. So thank you, Aaron. Fucking appreciate you. Arkansas will beat them. I think Arkansas could beat Gonzaga straight up. I think with the way the officials are going to ref the game, I think it's going to be difficult. I think Jalen Williams has like the toughest task of anybody like this season so far doing anything. He's going to just get butt fucked. He's going to get butt fucked. What you have in the bottom left of the board? I have a Providence ticket to win it all, 95-1 odds. Fucking love it, man. I love fucking. We're moving. We're moving. I'm from Miami, so that's why you're in Holt. Oh, I see. Okay. Arkansas blows. Vermont should have beat them. Arkansas is tough, man. And people don't give Devo Davis enough credit. Devo Davis is sick. Devo Davis is awesome. I think Providence luck ends up running out before them, but with hedging and stuff, if you just get them to the Final Four, that would be what I would actually probably hedge out on. I mean, you probably have so little. Who gives a shit? But if I had a lot of money on it, that would be one I'd maybe hedge out on. Nova beating Nova. Jay Wright, the experience, bro. I don't think Nova's beating Nova. Nova generally doesn't beat themselves. Oh, yeah, Nova beating Michigan, maybe. I think Jay Wright needs more talent than he has. I just don't think they're good, dude. Dude, do people realize that if EJ Liddell just didn't shoot himself in the foot like 3 times at the end of that Ohio State game, that fucking they probably beat Villanova? Villanova lets a shitty Ohio State team walk in the back door and beat them. Do you know how close that was to happening? Liddell missed the front end of a 1-and-1, and then fucking just dribbles it off his foot like 2 possessions in a row. If he doesn't do that, like the Villanova's offense at times, man, looks like a fucking blind kid. It's like they have no idea what the fuck they're doing. How do you think the Hunter matchup will go? I mean, I think it's a plus on the offensive side, negative on the defensive side, basically like every game. I mean, you just put Hunter Dickinson in space, he's fucked, right? He's like kind of like he's not really modern day NBA. But on the other end, there's nobody to guard him. Samuels and Dixon can't guard him. Michigan, the worst team in the Sweet 16, probably. You think Michigan's like, I mean, we all love St. Peter's, but you think like if Michigan and St. Peter's play 10 times that St. Peter's wins 6 of them? Yeah, I like how Dickinson's stretched out. He's taking and making threes, which I like to see, Aaron Holtz. But yeah, I mean, I think you could make an argument for St. Peter's or probably Iowa State to be realistic. Or fucking Gonzaga. They stink. Gonzaga stinks. Stinks. So stinky. All right. What time is it? 3:17. I got like 7 minutes and then I got to roll. I got to roll doggy out of here. All right. So let's link back up tomorrow at 1 p.m. I think we're going to do live streams the rest of the week. You think UNC beats UCLA? The matchup is perfect. I like the matchup for UNC, and yeah, that's my favorite bet of this round. Either that or Duke, I think, are very, very good bets. I like this round. I think you could almost bet on every game in this round. I'm just trying to figure out with spread involved here what Jaden Ivey's actually worth. It would shock me if his edge is worth that much as wide as the spread is. I just think Gonzaga is going to Arkansas is going to get so fucked in this game. I already see it happening. Like you can just see Musselman's face blowing up on the sideline. It's just what's going to happen. If Chet goes to the NBA, I will laugh. He might be the least ready NBA player in CBB. How about Jaden Ivey? I think Chet and Jaden Ivey can fucking battle off for who's less NBA ready. They can go back and forth. Purdue likes to smack the mid-majors. They do. They're good at smacking them too with that giant size advantage and just throwing to people for wide open threes. But St. Peter's is really good defensively, and I actually think they can, like, if Drame can guard, I got to see, like, go check some tape on some matchups where they face, like, really, really tall guys and just see how Drame and them match up when they don't have a length advantage. So I will get back to you guys. The Miami-Ohio State game is tough because Ohio State was shit, but now they're good. I think Iowa State's very built for tournaments. They're built for tournament play. There's regular season teams and there's teams that are better in like playoff formats, like regular season teams like the fucking Sixers in the NBA, where it's like nobody wants to deal with Joel Embiid every night. Nobody wants to do that. The Jazz in the NBA. Does anybody want to chase that fucking deep offense around for fucking, 48 minutes? No. Nobody wants to do it. So they just look great in regular season. There's a lot of teams like that where like play with tons of physicality. People are like, actually, I'd rather not deal with that tonight. So it's just, different folk. They're also in the by far the hardest division in college basketball. I mean, Big 12, ACC, but either way, like they're playing much better competition than most of the rest of the country. I think the matchup leans Miami, but I need to look at it more, and I would want a wider price on Iowa State. The matchup is Miami's. It's fucked up, but it is. I want Iowa State to win so bad. I think they can still win the game because I think their top 3 guards are that good. And I think Grill's good. I think that Kunich guy is good. I think they're good. It's a really good game, but Miami has the matchup edge. So at this price, I think people are going to load up. I'd be shocked if we don't see like plus 140, something like that on Iowa State by the time it's all said and done. I think we're going to break minus 150 Miami. I already see it at minus 150 in some spots. I think we break minus 150 Miami. There's going to be a lot of people on Miami. Okay, my brain hurts. I'm going to go. I don't like how many of these I'm opposite on. Not normal for us. Elijah Roth, real quick before I go. Who are you on so far? Tell me. We'll talk more tomorrow. Let me tell me so I can look into those ones. And then we talk more tomorrow. I'm interested. X's and O's wise, we usually are on a lot of the same things, although you believed in Matt Bradley. And you believe in Adonis Arms. So I know you're on Texas Tech. You believe in Adonis Arms and Davian Warren. I don't. So let me know real quick. Then I gotta be out. It's time. My time has come. And now I'm gonna think about MLB too, because I feel like what? I fucking build a community and then leave. Fucking asshole. What am I gonna just build the community and then fuck off? Nova, Texas Tech, and UCLA. Also, I'm not sure Arizona win. It's a bad matchup, but I just know that fucking they're gonna put Arizona through and they're gonna put Gonzaga through. Nova, I can see that one is probably my least that I'm most iffy on, but UCLA, no. I think I've been following RJ Davis for so long. This is why. If Johnny Juzang was healthy, I would be laying off. But Johnny Juzang's not healthy, and RJ Davis is that guy. There's a reason why Tiger Campbell's not playing in the NBA, and it's going to be you're going to watch this game, and then you're going to be like, man, fuck, if Tiger Campbell was a little more of an NBA athlete, that wouldn't have happened. But it's going to happen. Juzang is not healthy. Watching him play, if that's a healthy Juzang, then fucking, I'm fucking Ronald McDonald. I mean, I think he's playing. I don't think he's healthy at all. Just give info, but no picks for MLB. Not sure if that's possible. Well, I still got to balance it with like trying to grow this into something. I love fucking hopping on here and doing whatever, but this takes a shitload of time. It's a lot of time, so we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. St. Peter's Final Four bound. I would love it. I would love to see Purdue get knocked out. Absolutely love it. All right. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm not going to leave everybody completely hanging because if I didn't build a community, then I could shut this down. But I guess we built a community where we have like people that like, we fucking spend a lot of time with each other. Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll talk about it. All right, I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna fucking cook. I have a 6 steak in there, and I think I'm about to either go hot chipotle or spicy. I don't know which one. Live again tomorrow. Let's do it again tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific. Because somebody just asked me to look at that now I just started looking at it. The NIT for tomorrow that I don't know when people were asking about that other game. Dude, Wake is going to beat Texas A&M tomorrow. I don't think Texas A&M has enough fucking shooting. I kind of want to hop on Wake. Elijah, you said spicy hot chipotle. It's the same. That's the 2 flavors guy. One's you give me both. I might go spicy. I did the hot chipotle last night. These are closed. I opened one of each over there just to try them. But my favorite one, I think, is hot chipotle, weirdly. So maybe I'll try spicy. Mix them. Fucking genius. He's a genius. It's not a bad idea. I used to do that with soda when I was a kid. I don't drink soda anymore. When I was a kid, I used to fucking mix 2 sodas together. I think I was fucking like creating something. It's fucking disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Okay. I'm going to be out, my boys. fucking yo, we gotta maybe maybe I'll ask much later, but I've been talking to Danos. Danos is my guy. So all right. Peace, Casey Merrill. I'm gonna be out too, boys. I hope everybody has an absolutely wonderful day. Let's go NTSU. Christopher Agosti, my bad, man. I don't really have any, dude. Middle Tennessee, a little bit of Northern Colorado, and Knicks. And then I'm going to look to live Xavier, maybe look to live UVA too. But I think that's it for me. Yeah. We did get pancake magnets, though. Christopher Agosti, we got pancake magnets. Matt 121625, if you're here, I need to talk to you. You have some money. There's some money waiting for you. Oh, watch party Sweet 16. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, and I don't dislike the Bulls either, Tyler. Yeah, I agree. I guess we talked about that. I don't know if I could throw it on the board. I didn't look at it enough. Oh, that's my burner. Everybody's a burner. When we find the real fucking Matt, there really is a bag of money waiting for him. But he's got to confirm that we're going to honor system that one. So if he did get that Houston pick in, yeah, there's a bag of money waiting for you, guy. I'm on Hawks. Good luck. We battled today. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific, we'll hop back on. And yo, I know there's only a couple people left, but if you get a chance, Max Griffin, let's support him this week. That's our guy. Let's support Max Griffin this week on all social media and stuff. Hope everybody has a wonderful fucking Tuesday. We'll talk soon.